Well, all right. Welcome. It is Tuesday, June the 3rd, 2025. Welcome to everybody, and thanks to those new subscribers. You're really helping to boost this channel. Who gonna do? Let me see. Cue this up. All right. So let me put this out on the social media, guys, and then we'll get started. So just give me a few minutes to put this out on the social media side, and we will get started because it's very interesting. So let me grab this link. And let me go back to YouTube. Okay. So let me put this out on X. Why didn't it do that? There it is. So we're good on X. Ah. I put this out on the Facebook. So we're out on the social media. Okay, cool. We're out on the social media now. So let's get started with this. And this is from the Two Fleas live chat from yesterday when she had legally lips on her channel. Lips said that she was getting attacked in every form imaginable, being called a clown and duck lips. Oh, poor baby. Oh, poor little baby. Suck it up, baby. Suck it up. It's called making a joke. Pull up your big girl pampers and take it like a woman, like a real woman. And that didn't sound right. You know. Lip said she didn't. Lip said we were making a mockery in a fun way, but still thinks it's juvenile. Aww. You're the ones that are juveniles. You're the ones that are acting like a juvenile. Oh my goodness, these people just don't stop. Shut up for 5 minutes. They can't even take a joke. Damn. Said that she was. Flip said that she started doing this. She said she was doing this thing, and then everybody was attacking her. And said she doesn't go on Facebook anymore. Hmm. And then she said that Bruce filed a motion in Fed Case 2, which we're going to talk about, which I don't think has any merit. Said Robbie and were not served yet, and said Ray was not served yet. Man, you know what? You all need to stop dodging your damn. You all need to stop dodging your damn being served. Technically, you're breaking the law. They can get you for contempt of court for dodging being served. Okay, so this woman, these people think that they actually know the law, and said that claimed that she knows the case, and said that if a person has not been served in 90 days from the date the complaint was actually filed, if service isn't completed within this time period, the court must dismiss the motion without prejudice against the defendant. See, it sounds like that's their little game plan. It sounds like that's their little game plan, and that's to get the case dismissed. They're already trying to hold up the court. If I was a judge, I wouldn't allow any of it. All right. And then I put the note. Okay, she said, and then she said they can move to dismiss since nobody has been served. No, baby, it doesn't work that way, sweetheart. It doesn't work that way, sweetheart. If you keep dodging being served, Jeremy and Randy can file a motion for oh, what the hell is that called? Um, oh, what is that called? Not a summary judgment, but it's a judgment. I can't remember what it was. Oh, what the heck is that called? Oh my God, what is that called? Not a summary judgment, but I can't. I had it on my mind earlier today because I was thinking when I was writing these notes, these people are so stupid. They're trying to you keep dodging your damn depositions and you keep dodging fucking being served. Oh, a default judgment. So you're gonna keep fucking around and there's gonna be a default judgment put on you. I'm telling you, you're all gonna fuck around and find out in a hurry that Randy and them are not playing. You claim it's a joke. This whole case is a joke. And I said it sounds like these idiots are trying to get out of the case, to get the case dismissed because they have been dodging their being served. And that's probably the truth. See, what they don't realize is that if they're not served, if they keep dodging being served, Jeremy and Randy can file a default judgment because they refuse to comply with the court's orders. And then your ass probably go to jail, be found in violation of contempt. She said that West. She said that West was coming on. She said that said that West coming on the channel was a lie, which that's all they do is lie. I mean, these people don't get it. You're being sued for defamation, but you keep going on your fucking platform and doing the same shit over and over and over again. And then you're claiming a victim when you get served or you got named in the lawsuit. Oh, we're victims. That's bullshit. You're not fucking victims. If you're a victim, you're a victim of your own bullshit. All right. Lip said that she watched Jeremy sometimes and said he tells his audience he is winning, winning, winning. And said it was exactly in the case. Said it was in the case. The lawsuit gone past. How can it be winning if the lawsuit hasn't gone past the motions to dismiss? Said Jeremy has no right saying he's winning, and said nobody is winning right now. Ah, and this sounds like a delay tactic to me. Sounds like they are going to file for an extension of time again. And see, this is a delay tactic. This is just a delay tactic. Delay the court, cost Jeremy more money. File all these motions, it costs Jeremy more money when Randy has to respond to it. The judge needs to put an end to this shit right now. Seriously, this judge needs to put an end to it and let the case rule on what was set forth in front of him and deny all these stupid ass motions and let the case go forward. these delay tactics, filing for an extension of time. And then said that Helms's lawyer filed a smart motion. It was a motion to dismiss. It was a motion to dismiss. How is that a smart motion? Someone in the chat said Jeremy was building his case on Discovery and said this was hilarious. Well, I think you can build a case that way. I'm not a lawyer, I don't know, but I know some aspects of the law. And what I see here is them dodging depositions, dodging being served. Said they had to. I don't know if she was actually talking about a case that she was in, or they're talking about a case, this case. They said that they had to. The whole okay, so she had to hold motions because they had kept getting more and more evidence. What? I don't know if she was actually talking about this case or she was talking about another case. But what evidence do you have? Since you haven't proven a damn thing in 9 months. Now, Lips said this, that you can court watch the case on Zoom. On a Zoom hearing. Bullshit. If that judge does not want that, if the judge says that that Zoom hearing is not supposed to be public, then you can't be on it. You can't be watching it. Said that the Zoom link should be seen by the public. No, if a judge says that there's a Zoom meeting and he doesn't want it being out there on the internet or for other people that are not part of the case, then you can't be in there. If you're not part of the case, you don't have the right to be in that Zoom meeting. Lip said that Bruce had found some motion to vacate the magistrate and said it was never ruled on. See, that's another tactic. That's another tactic that they're using. They're trying to get the judge removed from the case. First of all, you fucking idiot, please stop interfering with the case. Okay, you are a part of the case, but if that's your tactic to try and get the judge removed, I mean, what kind of tactic is that? I don't get this. I guess they're trying. I guess they're trying to get out of the trouble that they're in, and I don't think they're going to be able to get out of it. I really don't think that they're going to be able to get out of the trouble, and that's why they know that they're in trouble, and they're trying to get this case dismissed because the evidence is overwhelming against them. That's what it sounds like to me. But I could be wrong. Said that the first okay, so she said that the first Fed case was stayed because Michelle did not have a lawyer, but stated that the case would have been stayed because of the motion to vacate. That's not the reason why. I hate to tell you, Lips, but that's not the reason why that case was stayed. The judge made it very, very clear that the case was stayed until Michelle and John got attorneys. Said there was no response from a district judge regarding the motion to vacate and asked why the magistrate still does the things and moving forward with the case. That is a good question, but the thing is, that's what Judge Belitho wants. He wants the case to move on. And you're trying to vacate him on some bullshit charge? I'll tell you what, that's one way to piss off a federal judge. I'm telling you. They've said that she stood up for Bruce and stands up for the people, everybody who goes against the Hales. Oh, because he made fun of you? You know what, Lips? Fuck you, okay? You little smart ass little punk. Stated Lips said that Randy got sanctioned for $4,000 and Bruce didn't go to the hearing. Well, you know what? I know this much. Okay. Bruce didn't show up for his sanction hearing. He's in violation of a federal court order. He was ordered to be there at a certain time and a certain date. He had plenty of time when that judge put out that information to him of what time and date that he had to be in front of him and said that he had to be physically in front of him. And Bruce made up some kind of bullshit excuse why he couldn't come to the courthouse. If I was a judge, I'd slap your ass with a contempt of court charge and I'd sanction your ass for it. That's my opinion. And then Lips said that she believed the motion to vacate was on the docket when the hearing took place. No. The motion to vacate came after. The motion to get the judge to take it away off the case was after. It was after. And what a crybaby. Okay, what a crybaby this Lips person is. She cried because Jeremy called her Lips. Well, I'm going to call you Lips. Okay? And this is Bruce's motion. Bruce filed a motion to dismiss for failure to state claim. Uh, hey, dipshit, he did state his claim. If he didn't state his claim, the case would have been dismissed a long time ago. You're obviously not that fucking bright. And then I found something on Facebook that Lisa actually filed a 30-day extension of time, and it was filed on the 3rd, which is today. As a pro se. And said it was about trying to find a counsel, and because some of the defendants have not been served. You really think that weak ass bullshit? You actually think that this weak ass bullshit is gonna get you somewhere in court? And now, if I was a judge, okay, number one, I wouldn't grant any more extensions of time to any of these people. They had time to do for their response, and they kept blowing it off. Guess what? There's no more extensions of time. Two, she lied about being served because she said the name that was on the subpoena wasn't her name. Okay, you dodged being served. Okay, and that's normally a court order. You want to be held in contempt of court for that. But see, the funny part of all this is she said that she can't wait to give her deposition. She can't wait to go in front of this judge and tell the story. But yet, she's dodged her deposition. She dodged being served. And now she's trying to file a 30-day extension. I hope that Judge Belitho doesn't grant any of this stuff and lets the case move forward. I'm sure you are right now are pissing off a federal judge. Okay? So keep pissing off a federal judge and see where that shit gets you. And then Lips asked why the FBI was called and asked what crime was being committed for them to be investigating it. Well, I'm sure there's some kind of crime that was committed, and that's the reason why it's being investigated. I don't think the FBI is not going to. Let me say that. If there wasn't a crime committed, the FBI wouldn't have been called. They must have been called for a reason. This is all a tactic, a stall tactic to try and get the judge either vacated from the case or to have it dismissed. And then Lips said, didn't know. He said that that's claim that Jeremy had the evidence, but he was begging people to send him their information and said it was a ridiculous conspiracy. No, honey, what you and the two fleas are doing is the biggest conspiracy, and you're also pissing off a federal judge, and that's something that, if I were you, I'd shut the fuck up. Oh, so and she said this too. Lips said this too. I had to read. Said that Jeremy is trying to scare the crap out of people with threatening them he's going to sue them. And then she actually accused Slug of being the only one defaming Jeremy. So that's all I have on that one. So that's what I have on that one. So let me get up and get something to drink, and I'll be right back. Now I find this. Oh, that tastes good. I find this whole thing funny in the way that they say, "Well, they're not defaming Jeremy," but yet what I'm reading you is what they said in their live stream, and it sure as hell looks like to me it's defamation. You make false accusations against Jeremy. You accuse him of doing things. You accuse him of committing a crime, but yet you don't have proof that he committed a crime. And if he did commit a crime, how come there are no police reports? I just find this all funny. They're saying that they don't defame Jeremy, but the stuff that I'm reading to you is exactly it. It's, it's 100% defamation. It is 100% defamation. And you're going to sit there on your damn channel and lie and say that you're not defaming Jeremy? Oh, that's bullshit. So this is from their live stream on 11/15 of last year, 11/15/24. Said that they will get their privacy and livelihood back because of the new fence, because they still accuse Jeremy of and Travis of pointing the cameras at Michelle's property and filming her, which is bullshit. Which is bullshit. See, this is what I mean about making false accusations against Jeremy and Travis. Do you have proof that Jeremy's cameras are pointed at her property? And where those cameras are on his property isn't any of your business. They are doing, have been part of a lot of, wait a minute. So she said that she's doing a lot of investigations and a lot of stuff to go through for 2 years. But then again, you never showed proof of any of this. What proof have you shown in the 9 months, now going on 10 months, that you have against Jeremy? You don't have any proof. And then she claims that there are people behind the scenes gathering evidence. Okay. So she said that they got people behind the scenes gathering evidence. Okay. Where's your evidence? Where's your proof? Because you haven't shown anything in 9 months. And you haven't shown any proof of any allegations that you've made against Jeremy. Claims that Michelle has people on her side gathering information. Again, if you have this information, how come you haven't brought it forward? Oh, because you don't have all this stuff. You're nothing but a bunch of liars and who use their platform to defame Jeremy. So they actually claim that they were doxxed and threatened. Nobody doxed you and nobody threatened you. Stop telling that lie. Stop telling that lie. Claims Jeremy stalked and threatened Michelle and invaded her privacy. Bullshit. Bullshit. Jeremy didn't stalk fucking Michelle. Michelle and John are the ones that stalked him. Invading her fucking privacy? How did Jeremy invade her privacy? When you keep making fucking contact with Jeremy, violating the protection order, how in the fuck is he invading her privacy? When they keep making unwanted contact with Jeremy, and they know that they have a protection order and they're in violation of it. So in this, it sounds like they are collecting quote evidence, so it could be easily accessed like a judge. Oh, so now you're going to be trying to get buddy buddy with a judge. That's not good luck with that because that's a bad thing. That would be a bad move on your part. That would be a very bad move on your part. Claim that Sharon Michelle was a what? A so-called journalist and bad mouthing Michelle. No, I think Sharon Michelle or Cheryl Wolf saw what was going on in the case and decided that she was going to turn over the evidence and make the evidence, the real evidence, put forward. And so you don't like that. That's why you attack. That's why you attack them because they have the real proof. They have the real evidence. Something that you don't have. And again, she claims that Jeremy is stalking her. That's bullshit. Okay, that's bullshit. Jeremy is not the one stalking her. Jeremy is filming for his protection because they keep violating the protection order by making unwanted contact with him and doing things that violate the protection order, the terms of the protection order. How is Jeremy stalking her? It looks like you're trying to deflect. That looks like a little bit of deflection right there. They're trying to blame everything on Jeremy, but Jeremy's not the one doing anything. Jeremy doesn't have the time to sit there and stalk that woman every day. He has a business to run. And stalking Michelle is probably the furthest thing from his mind. Okay. So she went on about a possibly an anonymous person about the fence parcel, the fence panels, and started grifting for the next fence. So that was about a post about the fence probably being destroyed and said they need to start the grift for another fence. And went on a rant about the numerous fires around Germany. Says we threatened them. He threatened. They went about the numerous fires around Germany, saying we something them that it was being done to impress Jeremy, and Jeremy was a sick and twisted has a sick and twisted mind. Okay, well, you know what? Jeremy didn't start those fires. Those fires were started by something else, by somebody else. So you're going to sit there and say that people were starting those fires to impress Jeremy. I don't think Jeremy was impressed by it. So they went to Michelle's and dropped off boxes, and the air was clean. They literally cleaned up that garbage dump of a property. I think I made something about that. And then she said that the smell was coming from Jeremy's property. Okay, there's no problem with that, EMS. I don't have a problem with that. I really don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with people. The only people that I have a problem with is the ones that did what they did to this channel. And they got banned for it. Okay. She goes on about the security cameras on Jeremy's property being over 10 feet. Okay. Now just remember, this is an old uh, two fleas. Again, I will state this. I looked it up. There are no statutes in the state of Florida how high a security camera can be on somebody's private property as long as those cameras are not looking into a bedroom, a bathroom, or a tanning salon, or any private areas of a home. And then she claimed, that Jeremy was driving by and following them. It's like I said, Jeremy doesn't have the time. Jeremy runs a business. Okay? He doesn't have time to be stalking Michelle and John. Why do you keep accusing? Do you have proof that Jeremy is driving by and stalking them? Because it looks like to me, Lisa, you put cameras on Michelle's property that you paid for, and you're using her cameras to stalk them. Again, she claims that Jeremy was holding his hand out, filming as he was driving by. Okay, he's driving by because he's filming as he drives by because John and Michelle keep making unwanted contact, which is in violation of the protection order. Why can't you see that? Oh, that's right, because you're playing them off as fucking victims. Okay, and Jeremy films for his own protection because John keeps making unwarranted contact with him. And they keep being found guilty in the Ohio court of doing this thing. And then she said something about the real life picture of Travis that was in Tubetown was creepy. So what? It's none of your fucking business. These people are just remember, everybody, this is the old Two Fleas. What I read at the earlier, at the beginning of this was their live stream from last night. And it sounds like they're trying to get the judge dismissed from the case. They're also trying to file motions to dismiss. Lisa actually filed an extension of time for 30 days so she could get counsel. I'm going to tell you something, Lisa. You had all the fucking time that you wanted. Okay? You are the one that keeps doing this shit. So then she claims that Jeremy was selling the ranch for $899,000. How do you know about that? How do you know? And then she went on a fucking rant about the cell tower and the money that Jeremy's making off of it. It's none of your fucking business. Jesus, it's none of your fucking business. Claimed that, okay, so she claimed that Jeremy was doing stuff to Michelle and other people. Okay, so you're accusing Jeremy of doing other things to Michelle, and what proof do you have? And he wasn't even driving that fast down the road. But as far as this is concerned, you claim that Jeremy is doing stuff to Michelle and to other people. Okay, where the fuck is your proof that Jeremy is doing these things? Jeremy runs a business. He doesn't have time for this bullshit. And you haven't shown proof in 9 months. I don't believe you. I think that you're 100% full of shit. Oh, and get this little lie right here. Claims that they are not trying to take down his channel, but to stop him from to stop him to stopping him and claims he lies about everything. Okay, well show me proof that Jeremy has lied about anything. Okay? You show me proof that Jeremy has lied about anything. Because you know what? You're all full of shit. Okay? You show me proof anywhere in any of Jeremy's videos that that man has lied about anything. Oh, that's right, because you don't have proof. You haven't been able to prove it for 9 months. Michelle would complain about a dog farting if she could. She'd call 911 if a dog farted in her face. And this is bullshit right here because I believe George still claims that Michelle had to ask George that day, one day, because she lied about George said they should give up your daughter for adoption. Now look, if George said that she didn't say that, I believe that. And you probably have Jeremy as a witness that they didn't say that. That they didn't say that to her. Read the description of the ranch house being. So she read that the description of the ranch house was not up for sale and made fun of it, calling it a phony farm, a phony farm that comes with a crack house made. The what? Made from number plates? That doesn't make sense. So Jimmy had a what? So the Jimmy has. I can't read my book. And then said the police can come and get a warrant for his computer. Why would police want to get a warrant for his computer? Jimmy hasn't done anything. Claims that they purposely put that thing with Travis publicly and said it was being used to gaslight and intimidation. Hey, the only people that like to gaslight is you two idiots. And then she claimed that wherever Jeremy goes, there's a fire. Claims is Jeremy claims that Jeremy is running his mouth in front of the what? Whatever it was that I said, can you say delusional? Oh my goodness, these people don't fucking stop. And then they wonder why the fuck that they were named in a lawsuit because you are like Ray. You cannot keep your mouth shut. You claim that you are not defaming Jeremy, but the stuff that I'm reading is exactly what you're doing to him. Stop fucking lying. I don't know. I don't know. She claimed that she was harassed in a 7-hour deposition. Oh, so she's claiming that Michelle was harassed in a 7-hour deposition and made her look like she was crazy and claimed Michelle is not like that. Bullshit. Now, just remember, this is the old. Okay, this is old. But what I'm saying is, Randy handled that deposition like a professional. Okay. Michelle was the one who was acting crazy and didn't want to answer the questions and was yelling and screaming and doing the shit. I plead the fifth. It's, oh my god. Are these people that fucking stupid to say that she was that she was being harassed when Randy was trying to ask her questions and she refused? I can't read what I wrote. Still claims that they are defending their because he threatened her family and attacking them. Jimmy doesn't attack people. I wonder where they get this shit that Jeremy is attacking people. Hey, Gail. So you show me proof anywhere that Jeremy is attacking Michelle and John. Because I just don't see it. I'm sorry, I just don't see it. Claim that the image at Tubetown was to harass and claims Jeremy did what? Drove by 4 times. Let me tell you something. If Travis wants to make a big cardboard cutout of himself with a picture of himself on it and say that he's the mayor of Tubetown, he has that right. Claims that they had made up stuff about what? And Harley Grace calling it pop. So whatever it was that had something to do with that little girl, I was talking about the little girl, Harley Grace, said it was propaganda, that we were using it for propaganda. Said DJ Radis lied about what? Something about the angel of death. And I can't read what I wrote. But see, that's the thing about it. If DJ Radis did that, I'm sure he took it down or made that video private. And anyway, what business of yours if DJ Radis is making parody songs? Okay, there's nothing wrong with it, and he's pretty funny. Carl, Jeremy, and George were 100% liars. Oh my goodness. It claims that his minions from other channels are. I can't. And then she claims that she witnessed Jeremy stalking Michelle. Bullshit. And see, this is their tactic. This is their tactic. Oh, and by the way, I wasn't even on Squid's. I think this is funny. I wasn't even on Squid's thing, but when I came on this morning, when I was listening to 80s music and trying to finish up the transcript from their live stream last night, I got a notification that I got a gift membership to Squid Pro Quo. So that's nice of her. And if she's listening, thank you very much. And thank the person that gave me the gift membership. I have a gift membership on Megan. I have a gift membership for Tugs Thugs. And now I have one for Squid Pro Quo. Speaking of Squid Pro Quo, and now she's going on an attack on Squid. Attack Squid Pro Quo openly. What? I can't even. And they even attack. And see, that's the thing about it. Okay, I was wrong about Spawn Trooper. Okay, and I admit I was wrong about Spawn Trooper because he put the truth out there and he made me see with my own eyes and hear with my two ears what the truth was. These people just go after people every day. They go after people. If it's not if it's not Spawn Trooper, it's Squid and Megan and Tug or whoever. Anybody that's on Jeremy Ham's side, okay, they have to attack him. And they still attacked Spawn Trooper. They call him Stormtrooper about what he does on his live streams. Okay, well, first of all, Lisa, whatever Spawn Trooper or myself or anybody that's a content creator does and says on their live streams is none of your business. It's called freedom of speech. And what has Spawn Trooper done, supposedly, that you are pissed off about it? Okay? I don't have a problem with Spawn Trooper. If I did, I wouldn't be subscribed to his channel. And he has wonderful people on his channel. I wish that I had some of his subscribers. I wish I had some of Squid Pro Quo's subscribers. Boy, that would shake up the haters of this channel. If I got 1,000 subscribers in 2 months, boy, that would shake up the whole YouTube thing on them. I know they did, and they got the wrong address. They got the wrong information. And Spawn had a right to be pissed about it. I can't even read. So she claimed that the judges know about Jeremy, about something harassing, bullying, and being and third party contact. Oh, please, that is just bullshit. Yeah, I've seen some of them. I've seen some of them. And she says she don't stalk. It's just like that fucking lie that she doesn't send her minions to other people's chats and get screenshots. That's bullshit. And she actually admitted it. You know, these people are just ridiculous. Which one is this one? Okay, so this is one that I did on. I don't have the exact date because I did this as a live stream. So I don't know the exact date when I did it. It had to be, it was sometime last year. So I don't know when this was. This is one that I did a live stream and I didn't put the date that I did this. But see, what I'm reading you is the bullshit that they're spewing about Jeremy. If what I'm reading to you, you don't believe me, then it's okay. But this is exactly what their transcripts have said. So I'm reading this from their transcript, and this is what they've been saying about Jeremy and George and everybody. And I do my research. So, oh no, this is a live stream that I did, and this is on the 18th. This is on the 18th of November of last year. States that putting up the image of a child that you're not in contact with is child exploitation. Huh. So she said that putting up the image of a child that you have no contact with is child exploitation. What the fuck you been doing for the last 9 months? You've been using that child to grift for money. You know, it's like I said, I don't agree with Veteran Nation, but she attacked Veteran Nation about putting Harley Grace's picture on YouTube. Okay, so why do you have a problem with Mike putting Harley Grace's image on YouTube? If you go to Michelle's uh, to their YouTube channel, their icon or their avatar for that YouTube channel is a picture of the little 5-year-old daughter. And then they claim that they're not the PR for Michelle. Bullshit. That's all that grifting and all that stuff that you're doing. You're not PR for Michelle. Bullshit. But like I said, you attack Mike for putting Harley Grace's image out on YouTube. But yet, if you go to her website, I don't even know if that it wasn't Jeremy that did it. It was Mike Arthur, Venture Nation, and I haven't seen Jeremy do it either. I agree with you. I haven't seen Jeremy do it. Let's see. I'm just wondering if that that YouTube channel is still up. Okay, so it did come up. She's got 409 damn subscribers. Okay, I'm going to show you something. Okay, because this is bullshit, what she said about Mike Arthur. Now, I don't agree with Mike because of the stuff that was done to me. But you know what? You can sit there and say that him doing that is exploiting that fucking child. And guess what? I'm going to show you something right now. Okay? So who's that a picture of right there? Who's that a picture of right there? Okay, everybody that's in the chat. Who's that a picture of right there? I don't care. They can't strike me because I'm not using any of their content. I'm just showing a YouTube channel. Okay, who's that a picture of right there? Who's that a picture of? I'll tell you what, she is a cute little girl. She is cute. Oh, I wish she was my girl. I mean, they want to be hypocrite. They want to be hypocritical. They're being hypocrites. Okay? But who was that picture on their YouTube channel? Little Harley Grace. So I don't get it. If you don't want their fucking picture, put it out on a public social media platform. Why do you have her picture on a YouTube channel? Why do you have her picture on a public Facebook page? Oh my God. All these people are just fucking ridiculous. I wish that little girl was my daughter. She is so cute. Now you can't tell me that little girl is not cute. I think she's adorable. In my opinion, I think Harley Grace is an adorable little girl, and she deserves better. So who's exploiting the little girl? They are. Who's exploiting the little girl? Michelle is, because she's using it as a paycheck for that little girl. So I guess she actually attacked Tug about his content and talking about some trial that was talked about before. Well, sometimes that's the way it is with content creators. Okay, sometimes that we get information, and some people might get it on one channel and might not have gotten it from that. People might not have gotten the information from that one from the source, and then it's being passed along between creators to make sure that the word or that story gets out. There's nothing wrong with it. I don't even know what the hell I wrote, why I wrote that. And see, it's like I said, this is old. This is old stories. This is just an old. I'm reading back because I lost that content when I deleted that channel. So I figure I would come on here and doing as live streams and talk about it because number one, I think it's. I want to see what the crowd's reaction is to all these accusations. You know, and we gained one subscriber. But see, and before I go on about this, you know what? I am so glad that I'm not promoting this channel on other channels. I'm letting this channel grow on its own. And if I make it, I make it. If I don't make it, I'm not going to worry about it. I am not going to let anybody take over my platform. They're not going to come on here. They're not going to take over my platform. Like Spawn said, I'm on here. I'm doing my thing. If people don't like it, you don't have to watch it. And to those people, fuck you and the horse you rode in on. Okay? And I said something to Trin in an email that I'm getting tired of these bigger channels like them who think they can bully people. Unfortunately, there's nothing you can do about it with YouTube, but I mean, there are steps that can be taken. Okay? And I've taken one step against one of them. Exactly. And then they're trying to blame that CPS. They're saying that the CPS, the EMS, they are banned from the channel anyway. They're blocked from the channel anyway. They can come in and watch the chat. They can come in and watch, but they can't comment, and they can't comment on videos. And I told, it's like I told Trin, I'm tired of being bullied. I was bullied all of my damn life, and I'm not going to put up with it no more. And then she said the whole Holly Jolly Christmas, Harley Jolly, she said that the whole Harley Jolly Christmas is being done because they falsely accused Jeremy of not allowing Harley Grace to attend Christmas in the Creek. And that's bullshit. What are you sorry about? You saw what they did to this channel, EMS. Yeah, yeah. Okay, this thing about the Christmas in the Creek is a bunch of bullshit. And as long as this topic keeps coming up in my notes, I'm going to tell you the truth. And the truth is that Harley Grace was invited to go to Christmas in the Creek. John and Michelle couldn't take her because she had a restraining order on them. I'm sure that they were in here and they got that. They're going to try to use it against me. So let them use it against me. I'll take the next step. I'll take the next two steps on whoever uses it. But that's bullshit. And then Michelle didn't make any kind of arrangements to have the child brought to Christmas in the Creek. She was invited. That's bullshit. Claims that they have. Okay, so she claims that she has a tag of a stalker and claims it was someone who called Michelle with nasty stuff. Again, do you have proof of it? Claims. Okay, so she claimed that they need permission from Bruce to post about Michelle. I guess what they're talking about was this interview that supposedly the second interview that they had with Michelle, and said that they needed uh, permission from Bruce. But 5 or 10, 5 will get you 10. That whatever video she did post, if she did post it, it was edited to fit her narrative. And then she claimed that people were posting pictures of Harley Grace without permission. And then some. Michelle, so she said something about Michelle received items from someone to sell at the flea market. Hmm. You know something? It's completely amazing that somebody like Michelle can lie and make people feel sorry for her. That is probably one of the biggest grifts I've ever seen in my life. She actually said this about Jeremy. Claims Jeremy controls everybody in Otter Creek and people are afraid of him. Oh, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. That is 100% pure cow shit. Bullshit. And then accuses Jeremy goes said that Jeremy goes after people like he did to Michelle, Russ, and Don. Bullshit. And I made a note about that other. The so-called telephone with Michelle still wasn't hasn't been published, and most likely edited to fit their narrative and their storyline. And you know that's what they're going to do. If they actually had that interview with Michelle, the second one, you know it's going to be edited. I can't read what I wrote, but whatever it was, you don't show proof of anything. And then she still claims that Jeremy wrote all the signs. Again, how can Jeremy write the signs if he was in Ohio? And why would he write signs about himself like that? That doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Why would Jeremy say that about himself? It absolutely does not make any sense. Oh, and just remember, everybody, this is not me saying this. I have nothing against Squid Pro Quo. I think that young lady is doing a fine job doing what she's doing. But see, Lisa just publicly attacked her. Attacked Squid Pro Quo and said she was looking for attention and claimed she was attacking people for things that were not true and said she is trying to get what? Oh, she's trying to get on the same bandwagon as the two. What the hell? First of all, if I understand this correctly, at first Squid didn't want anything to do with this, and Squid didn't have anything to do with it until people got her involved in it, like BBB and all these other people got her involved in it. Oh my God. Oh, and then she said this, claims that the Hudson sisters are allowing Jeremy to lie. I don't think that the Hudson sisters would allow Jeremy to lie. Okay, exactly, EMS. And they claimed that if everybody got together and their truth, he loses. Showed their truth, he loses. What if Jeremy lost? And then she accused Jeremy of harassing Michelle and other people. Oh my God, these people just don't stop, do they? Oh, I catch my breath for a minute. And then she said that people stood their ground. Jeremy would not get away with what he is doing. Okay, so if people stood their ground, okay, what is Jeremy doing that's wrong? Show me proof. Show me what Jeremy is doing wrong. Oh, that's right. You don't have a fucking drop of evidence. Exactly. They don't know how to shut up. Now just remember, this is old. This is from last year. I'm just reading what I do have the stuff that's new, and we're going to get to that. Eventually, we're going to get to it. It takes time to have to read all this information out and then comment about it. But that's just something that I found this statement very disturbing. I found this statement very, very disturbing. She said that Harley's real family is not the real family. Yeah, she said that. She said that Harley's real family is not her real family. Yeah, yeah. Which, see, my family is myself, my brother, my mom and my dad, and even my sister-in-law and their children. That's my family. My uncle, my aunts, uncles, cousins. That's part of my family. And I'm not gonna. And to tell me that would piss me off if somebody told me that they weren't my real family. And then she went on to say, it claims that the picture that claims that Harley Grace's picture is copyrighted and Veteran Nation posted it and will get struck because it's illegal. I don't think you can. Well, yeah, you can. You can do that. I mean, it is a privacy. You can get it for privacy. It is a privacy thing. It's just like what somebody did to me. They used my picture as their avatar. So I could technically strike that as privacy, as a privacy issue with YouTube. But I don't think it was done maliciously. But then again, I don't know either. And then she talked so big. She actually talked so big about going after people who posted that picture. Oh my goodness. But see, this goes back to it's okay for your channel to do shit, and that's why you do it. But if somebody else does something, exactly, Gail. But what I'm saying is, it's okay for your channel to say and do shit. But if somebody else does something, it's not okay. That's bullshit. It's just plain straight out bullshit. And then she actually attacked the expert. You know that guy, the expert about Christmas in the Creek. Why are you attacking the expert? He never did anything to you. See, this is the thing. They go after other people. This proves the pattern of them attacking people. And now they wonder why the fuck they're not getting, and they wonder why they're being sued. And then they're playing it off like it's a joke. It's not a joke. And then she claimed that Christmas in the Creek was for the children of Otter Creek. Well, first of all, I think there's about one or two people in children in Otter Creek, and that's not the truth. When Jeremy set up Christmas in the Creek, it wasn't for the people of the children of Otter Creek. It was for the entire Levy County, the children of Levy County, Levy County, whatever the fuck you want to call it. And then she claimed that there were two kids. Okay, wait a minute. So I guess there was two kids who was not allowed. Okay, so she claimed that there was two kids that could not attend Christmas in the Creek because Jeremy didn't like the parents. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. And remember, guys, when Jeremy was doing the little blue buckets with the turtle and everything as a promotional gag, she actually attacked him about it and said that they were mocking Michelle. Oh my God. It was a fucking promotional gag. For Christ's sake. It was a promotional gag. It was meant to be funny. It's a way that he could make extra money. But it's so and this goes back to the same fucking thing I said before. Okay, it's okay for you to mock and say shit about Jeremy and everybody that you attack, but if Jeremy wants to make fun and poke fun, or DJ Radis or JK and all these other people want to poke fun, it's not okay. That's bullshit. It's not. It's bullshit. And then she still claims that George is going to leave Jeremy and that he would get paranoid. What? You gotta be kidding me. And and that's the thing too. How many times have they accused George of leaving Jeremy? How many times did they say that Jeremy threatened George to come back, or he bribed George to come back? It's bullshit. They're trying to make up shit to fit their story and their narrative, and I don't believe any of it. And get this one. They claim that Jeremy is blaming George for stuff and Jeremy threw her under the bus. Since when? You show me proof that Jeremy ever threw George under the bus. That's bullshit. And then the last thing that she said in this was that George was going along with him and making money. Well, that's none of your business. It's none of your business. We got quite a bit done today. I really don't want to get it past 2 hours. We're getting close to 2 hours. But I will say this. As long as these clowns keep coming on their live stream and talking this shit about Jeremy, I'm going to get that. I'm going to read those transcripts. I'm going to pull those transcripts apart. And I'm going to dissect it. And then I'm going to come on here and tell the truth to their lies. Okay? Because I'm all for telling the truth. Just like Spawn, I want to put the truth out there. Okay? As long as these people are coming on their live streams and they're talking shit about Jeremy, guess what? I'm going to come on here and I'm going to debunk your damn lies. How dare you? How dare you say that you're not defaming Jeremy when that's bullshit? How dare you say that Jeremy's defaming you when Jeremy never said a damn thing about you, except he found out that what you were doing about him, that you were defaming him. Stop crying victim, because that shit doesn't work, and it's not going to work in the court. Any of your little tactics to try and get this case dismissed, I'm sure is not going to work. And Lisa, you are so full of shit. When the first time that you got served, you lied about your name to avoid being served. Okay? And now you're trying to file a 30-day extension to find counsel and use the bullshit defense that the other people that are in the lawsuit haven't been served. Sweetheart, you had all the time in the world to find an attorney, and you chose to think it's a joke. Okay? You think it's a fucking joke. So you're playing this off as a joke. You think that you actually think that you're going to get a federal magistrate judge to vacate the case? Good luck. Because I don't think it's going to be as easy as, when they got Judge Grudge removed from it. I think a federal judge is a little bit more involved in it. But see, you had time. You had all the time in the world once you were named in that lawsuit. And you decided to play it off as a joke and play victim. Well, guess what? That shit's not going to fly. And if I was a judge, your ass would be serving time for contempt of court. And all this bullshit for extensions of time, I wouldn't grant it anymore. You all had time to do it. You had all time to respond, and you didn't do it. So good luck on your endeavor to try to get the case dismissed, because I don't think it's going to happen. I really don't think it's going to happen. I mean, that's just my opinion. I just don't see it. And I'm sure that motion to have the magistrate The motion might not have been rolled on. Maybe there's a reason why Judge Belitho is not going to take it to the district judge and have it rolled on. I'm going to tell you something. Your tactics are not going to work in court. And the little bullshit evidence you think you have about Jeremy isn't going to hold up in court because it's the same bullshit evidence that Michelle provided the judge grudge. And it doesn't prove a damn thing. Not a damn thing. Not a damn thing. It doesn't prove a damn thing. All right, well, we are close to the 2 hour mark. Now, I want to thank anybody that's new, that's subscribed to this channel. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. By you subscribing to this channel, proves to me that there are good people out there that don't want to hurt other YouTube channels. And I appreciate your subscription. But if you're not subscribed to this channel and you like the content that's on this channel, please consider subscribing and hit all notifications. When you subscribe to this channel, you are helping this channel grow on its own. And when you hit all notifications, you are being notified that I've either gone live. It lets you know when I go live, and it lets you know when I upload a new video. Again, thank you to all the new subscribers. Thanks to the people that have subscribed to this channel and have faith in me. I really do appreciate it. And we are going to build a better community and a better family. So with that, I will leave you. We will continue the Two Fleas saga tomorrow. I have lots of information. I have lots of content. So we will talk about that tomorrow. That's at I broadcast every day at 3 o'clock Central Time, 4 o'clock Eastern. And don't forget, Saturday night is trivia night, and that's at 4 o'clock Central, 5 o'clock Eastern. I'm not going to do anything Sunday. So you all have a wonderful evening. I will see you here tomorrow at 3 o'clock p.m. Central Time, 4 o'clock Eastern. You all have a wonderful evening, and I'll catch you again.
Don't push it back. Oh, don't push it back. Oh, don't push it back. Oh, don't push it back. Don't push it back. Oh, don't push it back. Oh, don't push it back. Don't under pressure.